Hello YouTubers, Manny here from Manny's How To Workshop with a video today which could be part one depending on what happens with my phone because I'm outside. It's freaking hot here in Florida, so hopefully the phone won't overheat. Okay, so basically this is a 2013 Kia Rio with the GDI engine, and the problem that this car is having is that under load, whether you're trying to lay on the gas or like going up hills and you depress the gas pedal a little bit more, what happens is that it doesn't have the power. So of course I pre-checked to see what code it had, and it has a permanent code, a pending code, and an active code, and that code is the P2196. And what that is the Upstream bank 1 sensor 1 O2 sensor is stuck rich, meaning too much fuel. And what's happening is that it's trying to compensate, so it's getting like there's a percentage, right, that the computer uses, and like max I think is like 20 something percent. And if it's already maxed out at that, then it can't go any more. Hence why it doesn't allow you to go ahead and, like punch it, do jackrabbit starts in this condition. Okay. So for the sake of the video, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you on my scanner all the data PIDs that I selected, and hopefully we can hear and see by way of the tachometer and the sound of what it sounds like when it first starts. Now, granted, I've used it today. I just got back from work, so it's kind of warm, so the engine's really hot. So that's why I'm giving it a chance to cool off, because I'm definitely going to be changing the Upstream sensor, and that's going to be the next step. But I'm going to show you what my scanner is showing right now in live data. I'm just going to bring the scanner up, and let's see if we can get rid of that reflection. Okay, so these are the data PIDs that I've selected. You can see that's the linear oxygen sensor built in. And by the way, the Upstream oxygen sensor in this car is called the linear one. And the downstream O2 is, I forgot the term, but it's like basic. Anyway, I'll put the description in, I'll put the information in the description when I put this video up on YouTube. All right, I also selected the condition for oxygen sensor upstream heating. Right now it's an off. Oxygen sensor linear type, that's the bank 1 Upstream. See the voltage, 1.47, that's like max, right? So when this is working properly, what you should see is a value from 0.1 volts to 0.9 volts. And then I'll graph it when I have, when I turn the car on and it's running, to see what it's doing. And it should be going up and down, which means that the computer is trying to keep everything balanced. The only things I couldn't find on the scanner so far is the short-term fuel trim and the long-term fuel trim. But I did select the lambda sensor correction value, and you see that on the right side is the percentage, and the correction value of the Upstream LSU voltage. I think that's just another what do you call it? Active monitoring value. And then the Upstream lambda closed loop control, which I think that's going to show me whether or not the car is an open loop or closed loop, which it doesn't take very long after you start the car. Okay, but let's go ahead and start the car, and I'm going to see if I can capture the, what do you call it? Let's see. Okay, there's the tachometer. Okay, you could hear it right there. It fluttered and farted just a little bit. And you can see that the check engine light is on. You see it just increased RPMs a little bit. Now the normal RPM range for this car at idle is 650 to 700. And right now it's right about, let's see, if I had to guess, it's about 800. So I'm not going to try to run it for too long because I got to go in there and work on it. But this is what I was talking about. Okay, So let's see if we can get a better shot of that. All right, you see my oxygen sensor, the unit type bank 1 upstream. See, look at the voltage. It's going from 1.2, the lowest is 1.24 to 1.2, 1.3 something, right? And let me see, the lambda sensor correction value, 1.24 volts. And I can actually smell it. Well, I just topped it off with fuel today. And upstream lambda closed loop control active is on. I mean, if you can hear the RPMs, that's what it's doing. So let me go ahead and select, let me see, this one, graph. All right, if you can see on the graph for the O2 sensor, let's see, right now, it is, let me see, let me see, subtract, let me see, 8 times, okay, that's too slow. Wait. Why? Okay, I just lost my graph. Let's see. No, that's not what I wanted. Get out of here, bug. Let's see. Why? Okay. Let's go back to 1. Alright. I was trying to get to see the graph. Let me see. There we go. There's the bigger picture. So, as you can see, there's 0 volts down there, and it's stuck way up on 1.2 something. And like I said, you're supposed to see peaks and valleys, and let's see, and you can hear the car wants to stutter. Let's see if it'll do it now. Nope, that just shortens it. Damn it. And that's the time. I think that's the time in seconds. It says times. Okay. But anyway, you get the point. So basically, that chart, it's supposed to be, the value is supposed to go from 0 up to 0.9 or just below 1 from 0. And it's supposed to go really fast. And that tells you that the O2 sensor is working good. Okay. But as you can see right there, it's not. All right. So I'm going to pause you guys for a second. I'm going to show you what you need to change out the sensor outside. Okay. All right, guys. So I ordered the O2 sensors from Rock Auto. They're the only ones who had, pretty decent price for 2 of these. I actually got the brand new Upstream and brand new Downstream. Is right there. I don't think I need to change the Downstream. And maybe, yeah, I should change them both since I'm doing this one and they're both brand new. But we'll see. So you're going to need the special tool like this one. Okay. And this is the 7/8 size O2 sensor remover tool. As you can see, it's got the slit right there. And that's supposed to go around the wire and then slide right down in there. And then you can see that it has like a star, which can fit a 1/2 inch like extension like this, okay, with a 1/2 inch what do you call it, drive, or you can use an adapter, 1/2 inch 3/8 to 1/2 inch adapter, and use just like a small 1/2 inch 3/8 drive ratchet. Okay. And also in this O2 sensor, as you can see, it comes pre not greased, but it has like this anti-seize compound right there on the threads, so that it makes it easier for next time when you need to go change it again, if you should ever need to change it again. All right. But on the car, my O2 sensor is right, let me see if I can point to it. Okay, it's right there where my finger is, but you can barely see it. Now here's the cable for it. Okay, and it just goes down right here in this black section right there. Okay, so there's 2 little hangers right there for the cable, there and there, and then the connector is right there. Okay, and this connector connects to this black what do you call it, bracket right there. So you gotta push down on the top of the connector and pull it apart, and then bring it over, slide the socket down there, and do that. I'm gonna pause you guys right here. All right, guys, I've disconnected the O2 sensor, and I can show you better now where, let's see, I can barely get in there. Let me see, here's the cable. Let's see if I can zoom in. Okay, as you can see, the butt of the sensor is right there. Okay. All right, guys, you can see the tool is on the O2 sensor, and I've already loosened it. You can see, hold on if I can get to it. It's so freaking hot. See, it's very loose already. So I can just slide. Oh. Okay, I guess not. But there we go. When I say this thing is hot, you guys, it's freaking hot. Okay, let's just put it right here. And you can see I had to put a sheet over the engine because of how hot it was. And like I said, this is how the tool slides over the O2 sensor. Okay, just like that. And that's how you're able to get it out. And on the O2 sensors, there's not many threads, so you don't have to go too far. Okay, so let's go ahead and put the other one in, and then we'll go back in the car and check values. Alright, guys, I went ahead and installed the new one. As you can see, ooh, that engine's hot right there. There's the new one. Okay, I rerouted the harness cable in the correct clips right there and there. Also, I put the connector back, which is right here. Okay, put it back on this bracket. Now let's go inside and let me move this light out of here. Okay, this tool was so hot I had to go run it under cold water just to cool it off so I can be able to hold it. Oh, you know what? Good idea if I take this off. All right. Now, hopefully my scanner didn't time out. Let's see. Okay, it says device unable to communicate. I'm turn it back on. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna erase the code, because sometimes you may have to do like a drive cycle. And okay, let's go to live data. Nope, trouble codes. Okay, so what we're gonna do is go to trouble codes. Let me see if I can prop this up somehow. Okay, you know what? I should just keep it exactly where it was before. There we go. Come on, phone. You can zoom in. Oh, you know what? That's too. Okay, there we go. All right, so here are the trouble codes. Like I was telling you before, there's the oxygen sensor signal stuck rich, bank 1 sensor 1. That's the 2196. Now these codes over here can be caused by this also, and because this is a GDI, gas direct injection, it could cause multiple misfires. Now it says cylinder number 2, but I've already changed the coil on this. Okay, so let's go ahead and get out of there. Let's go to live data. No, I take it back. Back to trouble codes. Oh, by the way, guys, this is my Maxicom MK808. It's by Autel, but I'll give you a little more information later. Okay, erase codes. Ignition on, engine off. Yes. No. Okay. And this is because it's a touchpad. It's like a what do you call it? Okay. Erase codes. Oh wait. I don't want to erase all the codes. Ignition, no. Yes. DTCs and freeze data will be deleted. Are you sure you want to continue? Yes. There's some other codes in there, but hopefully trouble codes not detected. All right. Escape. All right, let's go to live data. Come on. And right now I have this set up to pick up Wi-Fi, so it's probably taking a little slow. Okay, so we want all right guys, let me go ahead and select all the data PIDs that I'm gonna need, and I'll come right back to you. All right guys, we're gonna go ahead and start this now and see what we see the graph here, if the change goes to what it's supposed to be. Now, I believe on some model vehicles, the grafting may not look that way, or the values of the voltage may be higher than normal. But let's see what happens. All right, so. All right, here we go. So it's possible that this could work on the spectrum where the values stay high, because I've seen that before. But now we're going to give it some gas and see what happens, because right now it's idling, but it's still pretty high. Let's see, I'm at about 2,000 RPMs. I mean, it's going up and down, but not like you normally would see it. Let's see. Let's see, what's the response? Throttle response. Okay, you see how that up and down motion? That's what you're supposed to see when it's working like it should. But this is really high RPMs. I mean, I don't know, maybe with Kias. See, the range for Kia could be that 1 point something is the low range. And then, let me see, the highest it can go up to is like 2.6 something. Okay. Well, I mean, it's reacting. That's for sure. But you know what? I didn't do the test with the old one with this. But you know what? The true test is actually taking it for a drive and to see if it's going to bog down. All right. So let me just pause you guys real quick. And then. All right, guys. We're going to try to do this. Nope. That's not going to work. All right. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can just be able to do this so you guys can at least see the graph while I'm driving. It's gonna be annoying. Hold on 1 second. I gotta put my seatbelt on. Alright guys, let's try this again. So I'm just gonna go down my street here and see how the O2 sensor is gonna react. get some juice and it's not bogging down like it was before. And this car has the ECO, active ECO function, which is the engine and transmission working together. But no, there was a little thump in there for a second. But it looks like it's still reacting. Maybe I have to do a drive cycle in order for it to correct itself. In order for the computer to get used to the new one, I guess. But kind of hard to hold that at the same time, but let's pull this back in here. You know what? Let me just pull this up right close to the other truck. I have to move it. I move it tomorrow, but we'll see. I'm gonna put this in park. But right now, check engine's off, okay, and this car has about 140, just 140. All right, but I'm gonna have to keep driving it and then keep an eye on it and then do another scan to see if any of the codes come back, okay, and then I'll do a follow-up on that one. All right, well guys, yeah, this took a little longer than normal, but I hope this helps, you know, somebody else who has the same model car with the same issue. And like I said, in about a month or so, I'll probably do an update, let you guys know, you know, what's going on with it, and if I needed to also change the downstream, because I have to look at both values at the same time to decipher, you know, if everything is working okay like it should. All right, as always guys, thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Don't forget to hit the bell notification so you get notified of when I upload new videos, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. All right.